So it looks like we finally know the reason that JT and Nicki Minaj fell out. And y'all are gonna be shook by it. Nicki and JT have always had a very messy history, but it's about to get worse because the streets are claiming that JT just teamed up with one of Nicki's biggest ops, Roc Nation and Jay-Z. Nicki has been calling Jay-Z out for a long time, accusing him of trying to sabotage her. Well, JT just sold out to Jay-Z, and it goes without saying that Nicki feels betrayed and upset over this because she seemed to really like JT and took her under her wing. But why did JT betray Nicki? And is this just another ploy from Roc Nation to take Nicki down? Buckle up because it's about to get messy. Honestly, given Nicki's history with JT, I guess we shouldn't be so surprised that JT betrayed her because JT and her former bestie, Young Miami, used to hate on Nicki unprovoked before she got famous. For example, Young Miami tweeted, "Am I the only one that hates Nicki Minaj?" She also tweeted, "Nicki Minaj is so ugly." JT also attacked Nicki unprovoked because she tweeted, "I just don't like Nicki because she feels like she runs things. Please, I want Cardi to take completely over, push that beat to the back." So it's pretty clear that they got caught up in the beef and were pandering to Cardi because they thought that Cardi was going to like them for hating on Nicki, who's her op. There is also an old video of them going live on Facebook and dissing Nicki.
That ain't even entry. She been with me, but she got dropped like something. I'm beefing with Nicki, but I ain't no Remy. I got that Remy in my house, and you know I got plenty.
Young Miami has claimed in the past that she wouldn't collaborate with Nicki Minaj, saying that the City Girls would rather work with Cardi B. She declared herself Team Cardi.
Would you work with Nicki?
I just rather stay away from that question. Like, I don't want to get into that. But I am Team Cardi. City Girls is Team Cardi. Cardi support the City Girls.
They collaborated with Cardi on the hit song Twerk, which has over 250 million views on YouTube. However, they suddenly changed their tune, expressing admiration for Nicki Minaj and a desire to work with her. In a GQ episode where they went undercover online, they talked about how eager they were to collaborate with Nicki.
Where is the Nicki collab? We're hoping for it in the future. Seriously. And a lot of people like try to make fun of it, like, oh, you're never gonna get your feature, but you never know what can happen.
Anyway, Nicki found out about all this, and on an episode of The Morning Hustle, she explained that she didn't want to work with the City Girls because they had disrespected her unprovoked. She mentioned that she had been excited to collaborate with them until she found out that they had been making negative comments about her.
There is a group that they have over there that keeps mentioning your name because they want to do a song with you. Would you do a record with the City Girls?
A few years ago, I saw a video of them and I asked someone on their team at that time, I asked someone about them. Like, oh my God, I heard that, and I saw this video and that's cute. Dad, like, I was thinking about jumping on a record, one of their records that was out at that time. And then social media happened. You know what I'm saying? Social media happened with, when, you know, people will say things about someone, like an artist, whether they tweet it or say it, or whether they get pulled, whether it gets pulled out of them in an interview or something like that. And the thing is, whenever you post something on the internet, it's there forever.
Yeah.
Whenever you say something in an interview, it's there forever. So, as a human being, an artist is a human being first. So, if I, as just a regular human, was about to do something with you, if I was about to go out to dinner with you tonight, and then I get something that says, yo, she don't really fuck with you like that. She was saying this and I like you, and she said she hopes you actually, you know, never pop or never flourish and da da da. I'm not gonna go out to dinner with you anymore because now I know that I like you, but you don't really like me. So, so, you know, I'm just, you know, that's just a human way to feel. If you hear somebody was saying things about you, not just one thing, but repeated things, repeated tweets for years, not just one thing. So
it's hard to let that go.
But she eventually chose to let things go because she revealed that they had spoken over the phone and she wanted to move past the drama. She said, "Just had a great convo with the girl JT and Young Miami 305. Let's move on and make new memories, y'all." Young Miami and JT both responded to Nicki's tweet, with Miami saying Queen Tings and JT saying Sag Sister. Thank you for your time and your advice. A true queen. Love you. After this, JT did a complete 180 on Cardi and became fully Team Nicki. You probably remember the intense Twitter feud between her and Cardi back in 2022, which got pretty messy. Cardi threw shade at JT saying, "Go fetch and lapdog." JT threw the shade right back at Cardi and said, "I hope you don't think you know wiener dog." JT then responded to Cardi's "Go fetch" tweet saying, "Cardi, you go fetch a real talent. We DMing why you come back here to put on a show for these kids." JT then appeared to calm down, and she tried to reason with Cardi saying, "Maybe both are timing off, but how am I an opportunist? You called me a lapdog for no effing reason. Make it make sense. But back to the DMs I go." But Cardi was still in fight mode, and she replied, "If the shoe fits, that's your fault. You know what? The DMs are getting more personal, and it's way beyond this ish. I'ma stop it right here. Twitter, you're welcome for the show." We all thought that was going to be the end of the fight, and Cardi said, "Matter of fact, I'm not even doing this on the timeline. It's becoming real repetitive for doggy treats. We already addressing it in the DMs. Goodbye, y'all." This made JT mad all over again, and she fired back at Cardi saying, "Wait, I'm back for this last tweet because who doing anything for doggy treats? If anything, Glorilla gave you a bone that you need to go feed to that dog you was posing by the pool for hot-ish, fancy pants." Cardi B then said, "Hot-ish debut higher than any song you ever dropped or been on, prison pants. Everybody has good and bad moments, but you haven't had one since what? Act Up." JT then said, "But today was supposed to be about Glorilla. Instead, you called me a lapdog. Nah, B, I'm a big dog, roof roof." Nicki made it clear that she was Team JT by changing her profile picture to JT. But then fans are now speculating that Nicki was just using JT to get cheap points against Cardi. However, the streets are now saying that JT has allegedly betrayed Nicki in the worst way possible. She allegedly signed a management deal with Roc Nation. Everyone who knows Nicki knows about her issues with Roc Nation. She has accused them so many times of deliberately trying to sabotage her. For example, when Megan Thee Stallion dissed Nicki earlier this year, Nicki clapped back and accused Roc Nation of trying to bully her. She wrote, "B thinks she a bully. She get a Roc Nation brunch every year. Be mad at Party. He told all your tea, but you taking shots at my family? Get up on your good foot. Go apologize to your mother, nasty serpent." She accused Roc Nation of secretly funding Megan, even though Megan claims to be an independent artist. She shared a screenshot of a Roc Nation ad for Megan and wrote, "Spending so much money, but she's the little broke independent artist. Desiree, you gotta let it go, baby. The world knows she's ASS and can't rap. Stop trying to make fetch happen. I just put out a song with no promo, no video. It's already number 2. But she didn't stop there, and she went ahead to threaten to expose the CEO of Roc Nation, Desiree Perez, and she tweeted, "On the next song, I delve into all the people Desiree allegedly fired for unknown reasons. Other things as well. So many people were blindsided and hurt by her, allegedly. She's willing to go broke to try to replace me. Fix it, Jesus." For those who don't know how this drama started between Nicki and Roc Nation, there's been ongoing talk about a messy situation between Nicki Minaj and Roc Nation dating back to her relationship with Meek Mill. After their breakup, Nicki was set to release a documentary about her life in which she allegedly was going to reveal that Meek Mill had been physically violent during their relationship. At the time, Meek Mill was under Roc Nation's management, just like Megan Thee Stallion. According to some sources, Roc Nation intervened and allegedly forced Nicki to keep her mouth shut about the situation in her documentary. Shortly after, the documentary was axed. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Roc Nation has been accused of silencing people to protect their artists. Tory Lanez also claimed that someone from Roc Nation ordered him to stay quiet about his messy situation with Meg Thee Stallion.
I get a call from Roc Nation that says, "Yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement."
People believe that Nicki's real frustration stems from being silenced by Roc Nation, which prevents her from speaking her truth. This theory got stronger when Nicki shared a snippet from the canceled documentary in which she discussed being in a toxic relationship.
I remember when my mother would let my father be violent with her. And she always brings up the story as a little girl. I would stand in front of my mother and go like this. Mm-hmm. And I vowed, like, that's why I'm, like, maybe some people would describe me as abrasive or whatever, because I vowed from that age, no man would ever call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that was my life.
Even though she didn't mention names, Meek Mill caught the hint and sent Nicki a cease and desist letter to stop her from discussing the situation. This infuriated Nicki, leading her to lash out at him. She claimed that Roc Nation had been running smear campaigns against her, paying people to make TikToks or tweet negative things about her to make her look bad.
And the paid for TikToks and the paid for tweets, to the point where people got their little $250 for they tweet to say something bad about Nicki Minaj, and then the next day it was like, yeah, anyway, I'm listening to Bigfoot. So I don't know why anybody of that, and I'm not talking about any rapper, I'm talking about a company or companies.
So now that JT is rumored to be signing to Roc Nation, people are now speculating that this is yet another power move by Jay-Z to sabotage Nicki unprovoked. This is starting to look like a pattern from Jay-Z, and maybe Nicki wasn't being paranoid all this time. Fans commented, JT about to sign with Roc Nation as they once again need a new girl to go against Nicki Minaj. Jay-Z trying so hard to spend all his money to take down someone he will never take down is hilarious. The crazy thing to ask yourself is, why is Roc Nation CEO so desperately trying to ruin Nicki Minaj's career? Is it because she can't profit off of her? Is she doing the dirty work for other entities? Is it because all the rap girlies they forced to diss Nicki fail? And Jay-Z and Desiree Perez is trying to sabotage Nicki, so the Barbs need to support her heavy. Girl, this situation is insane, but y'all drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.